Sonar Lights with Rock is Dead. That was a great tune. I love the solo at the end, and almost like kind of like a wah solo, if you want to call it. And it's just a really old school alternative, like like 90s alternative, like really cool. I could really enjoy that. I love that kind of heaviness to it as well.
Yeah, that was a fat tune because it had that right level of heaviness and the right level of what I call head noddiness. And when I say I call it that, I've only just invented that, but from now on I will call it head noddiness. But where it's got the perfect rhythm, it's not too fast and not too slow to really like bang your head to. It's that kind of stoner rock thing, I suppose, that bands like Queens of the Stone Age and stuff like that kind of nailed. But yeah, head noddiness is how to describe that. No, I don't know if it's a reference, but if you remember about probably 3 years ago now, Gene Simmons said, rock is dead, which he basically did to get some publicity because he hadn't said anything for a while or done anything for a long time, and felt like and also I think it was his son that did the interviews. It's probably just to help his son's journalist career more than have any sort of sense. But Gene Simmons obviously doesn't listen to shows like this. That's the problem. Gene Simmons probably thinks that rock is dead because he only listens to mainstream radio.
Right.
And I think what we're saying is that rock in the music industry, and rock if you're part of maybe the big three record labels is probably wiltering, but it's certainly not dead anywhere else. So fuck you, Gene Simmons.
Yeah. Sure.
But anyway, I don't know if it was a reference to that. But it proved wholeheartedly that it is not, which I absolutely love. So yeah, that's a quality tune.
Just before we get to our next song, this is sort of a sidetrack, but actually this time it's nothing to do with music. So, quick shout out to my girl Ashley, who was supposed to come in town today, but she couldn't make it because she got the flu, unfortunately. So I hope you get better. I hope you're feeling better. But this is more of a funny story. So Thursday morning, because I work midnights, right? So I go in Wednesday night, midnight, and so I'm done at 8 o'clock Thursday morning. And I had a haircut appointment that day. It was like 10:30. It's like flying out to the dogs to the park, and I'll go after. I'll be all right. So I'm a little tired. I'm sitting in the chair, and I get there about 5 minutes early. He's like, "Okay, I'll be a few minutes late." I was like, "Okay, whatever, no problem." So I'm on my phone and just trying to keep myself occupied. 5 minutes in the chair, man, and I'm nodding off, and all I feel is this flick to the forehead. It's like, He's like, "Brian, wake up!" It's like, sorry. But the thing is, like, I've done it from before, so it's not new to him. Because usually when I do it, it's like after a midnight shift, because if I get early enough, I'll go, right? And so he's done that a few times. No, I flick the forehead, a tap on the head, like, "Hey man, wake up!" Like, "Oh, sorry." Because he'll start cutting, he'll start nodding off. He'll have to stop, otherwise it'll go crooked, right? So it gets better, man. So since he was running behind, he's like, "Okay, well," because normally I never have this done. I was like, "You know what? Well, this one time maybe I'll do it." So I figured I can have my beard trimmed, right? Because it's getting out of control. So he's like, "I can't do it." So this guy's gonna do it. And this guy was built like a brick shit house, right? And he looked like for the 90s kids who played Super Nintendo, if you remember Street Fighter 2, he looked like Zangief from Street Fighter 2.
Brilliant.
And this guy's leaning in with a razor and a stranger, and I was like, man, like, I don't know if I should be scared or laughing right now. But
amazing.
Yeah, so I know there was a little bit of a could use a sidetrack, but it's just funny to me, like, and just like it's just one of those things. If I'm tired enough, I can fall asleep pretty much anywhere, like literally anywhere, and I have. so
I love that. That's cool.
And it's not all alcohol fueled. I'll promise you that. A lot of it's just natural exhaustion, except for the time when I passed on the front. Except for the one time when I passed on my front lawn, didn't quite make it to the door. So that was tequila, was it? Yeah, that was about 7 years ago or so.
To do with tiredness.
That was about 7 years ago or so, because the cab dropped me off, and of course, I was like, "Okay, thanks, give the money," and then so I go to walk to the door, and then I stopped because I was tired, and of course, right? So I sat down in the grass, and next thing you know, it's like maybe 6, 7 in the morning. The flight comes, like, what the hell? It's like, why am I still out here? Like, I was like, oh right, I stopped to rest, and I literally passed out in the front lawn. So I was like maybe 10 feet from the front door. Right?
That's genius.
Not one of my proudest moments, but
I love that. I love the thought of you just going, "Oh, I'm a bit tired. I'll just have a bit of rest."
Like literally, I know it's weird out of character for me because normally I don't do that. I'll give her and go to the end, right? But yeah, that night I decided to give up and then and sit down for a few minutes, which turned out to be about 4 or 5 hours later, right? So
I have fallen asleep in pubs and clubs before, which is always quite funny. I remember one in particular where I think it was a friend of my flatmate at the time was DJing somewhere, and they were serving Guinness, and I have this sort of party trick where I can drink a pint of Guinness in under 5 seconds.
Oh wow!
I did it. The barman didn't believe me, I think, and I think it became like a sort of ongoing bet. So he kept giving me the drinks for free as long as I could keep doing it. So in about, within about 5 minutes, I'd had sort of 8 pints. I was a bit like, or maybe a bit longer than that because it takes a bit longer to pour them. But you know what I mean? It was quick succession. And I remember there was a group of people around me who were all trying to do it as well. So the barman was delighted because he didn't mind giving me the free drinks because everyone else was buying theirs and trying to do the same thing.
Right.
And but I do remember then wandering over, and there was this little sofa in this sort of pub/club thing. And I remember sitting on the sofa going, "Oh, I think I'll have a sit down." I don't feel quite right. And I do remember waking up several hours later thinking, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I thought I was going to get kicked out, and the barman walked past. He went, "You're right, Mike. Do you have a nice sleep?" I was like, "Oh yeah, cheers, mate." Carried on. So yeah, I'd fallen asleep, and that was like loud. I felt, I was within a few foot of the speakers. So.
Oh man, yeah, if I'm that tired, yeah, I'll be asleep too. It won't bother me at all.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
So I empathise.
Yeah. So next up, since we've been sidetracking a lot here, is one of our personal favorites, and I said this is a stellar album. If you haven't got it, please get it. This is, of course, ill-advised with an album called Masochist, and the song's called Pyre Denial, and this was the first single off the album. Dig this. Ill-Advised with Pyre of Denial. That was the first single off his new album Masochist, which is out now. You can get it on his Bandcamp and his website. It's a fantastic album. And when I heard this song, I remember the first time I heard the song when Harry sent me an email, literally the first word out of my mouth were, like I said many times before, I was like, holy fuck, man, this is amazing. Like, this is awesome. I was like listening to it, it's like, Brown 9 Inch Nails, like, it's just so creative and so different. And like I said, you can get his old album as well, Parkway Divides. And man, two completely different albums, but holy crap, did he do an amazing job. And I'm not just saying that because I'm partial to him, because like he really did a good job. Like, he is, in all senses, a fantastic musician, like all around. And you have to give him props and credit for that album and just in general as a musician, because he is something else. He really is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose the flip side of that is the reason we're partial to him is because he's excellent. So, it's, works both ways. But it's a wicked tune. I was, funnily enough, I was listening to this album. Was it this week? It all plays into one. I think it was early in this week. And just every time you listen to it, you're like, oh man, I forget how good this actually is. Just every track is an absolute winner. And what's cool is he doesn't really do any kind of like 2-3 minute tracks. They're all quite long,
right? But
they keep you engaged throughout the whole song, which I think is really cool. That one reminded me. Actually, not so much when I first heard it, but this time round hearing the album again this week, that particular track always reminds me of the Chemical Brothers.
Oh yeah.
And there's something about that beat where it's